Congratulations, Tigers fans. Your team is once again the AL Central champs. Once again, are the AL Central champs, if you prefer. We won 96 games, which ties for the league lead with the Atlanta Braves from the NL East division. So, welcome to another Detroit Tigers Out of the Park 24 episode. We are at the end of the 2026 season. The Tigers, as you can see, won the AL Central crown in a tough Central that has the three best teams in the AL, the Tigers, Twins, and Guardians, and three of the better teams in the league by record as well. So the Red Sox, Tigers, and Astros take home the division crowns in the AL. Wild cards go to the Yankees, the Twins, and the Guardians. On the NL side of things, we've got the Braves, Brewers, and Dodgers winning their divisions. The Reds, Phillies, and Marlins, led by Shohei Ohtani, make the NL wild card. So just to see how the playoff tree lines up. So we'll face the winner of the Guardians and the Twins. Unfortunately, the first round is a best of three between the second and third best team in the AL, and then the winner of that will face the best team in the AL. So the second and third best team in the AL will be out of the postseason. Well, two of the three. Is that what I said? Two of the three best teams in the AL will be out of the postseason after the division series, which is unfortunate. In the side of the bracket that nobody wants anybody to see win are the Yankees, Red Sox, and Astros, and then you can see the NL over here. Let's talk Tigers. Let's talk AL Central champs. We went 17-11 in August, 13-12 in September, 3-1 in October. We finished third in runs scored, which is about where we ran the whole season, third in runs allowed, second in zone rating. Our bullpen ERA was 8th. Starters ERA was 3rd. You can see we were in top 5 in most categories in both pitching and hitting. And I didn't show you the expanded standings, so let me do that real quick. So our run differential is plus 103. We were 25-16 in one-run games, 9-2 in extra innings, which is some of the reasons why we overachieved our Pythagorean record of 92-70 by 4 games. The Twins actually had a 40-run better run differential than us. And let's see. So who else in the league had better than us? The Twins and the Phillies, the Brewers, and that's all. Man, rough out here in the West divisions. Plus 9 was the Astros run differential, and they won the division. And then here everybody but the Dodgers was below even in run differential. Let's look at your favorite players here. Riley Green led the team in WAR again at 5.7. He did have a down month or two. Yeah, so September he was just a little below league average. So I think that kind of derailed his MVP campaign. He might still get some votes, but he definitely fell off there. Justin Henry Malloy put up 5 WAR, 136 WRC plus. Pretty similar season to last season at the plate. He had August he was bad, 73 WRC plus, but otherwise just a solid all-around season from Justin Henry Malloy. Now his BABIP was 159 in August, so he was walking a bunch. He was striking out about normal, so it was just a bad luck month. Kevin Made, 3.8 WAR, 88 WRC plus, doing what we brought him in to do at shortstop. Zach Goloff hardly played any games after we traded for him. He played in 9 games, so he had that injury the day after we traded for him in late July that we covered in the last episode, and then he had a setback. So he came back at the end of the season. He played 9 games. He put a 207 WRC plus up, so he's playing well so far in a very small sample. Parker Meadows turned his season around, 99 WRC plus, 2.5 WAR. He came on strong in August with a 165 WRC plus to really... That's when he fully recovered from his numbers fully recovered from this terrible April. Other than April, April and August is the outliers. The rest of the year, he was like about a league average hitter, which will take him from him if he can play the field well. His zone rating has not been as high as I thought it would be for a center fielder with a 70 range. You can see in 2023, didn't play much, but 5.4 in 2024 and 5.0 or 3.3 in 2025 and then 5.0 in 2026. So, he's still a good center fielder, but I don't know that he's as good as my scout. When OSA even has him at a 75. I don't know that he's that good of a center fielder, but he's a solid center fielder. Totally a plus out there for the team and still a good bat. So don't get me wrong. Ozzie Albies turned his season around, man. As soon as we brought in a second baseman to replace him, I mean, look at this. He's rocking a 57, 52. Then he goes WRC plus. He goes 152, 156, 148, and then 197 in 4 October games. Yeah, he did his thing. 114 WRC plus and 2 WAR in 105 starts. So I think we're probably still ready to move on from him because I don't trust him, and we brought in a replacement. But man, it was nice to have him carrying his weight there. Jung-Hoo Lee, you can see, ended the season with just 2 WAR and a 94 WRC plus, which is a huge drop-off from him. Really, for the first season and a half, he had established himself as like the main part of the core with Green and Malloy. But after May, like, look at these WRC pluses. He pretty much wasn't good from June through the end of the season. Something to think about here is we have a lot of guys pushing for jobs at the major league level right now. So disappointing end of the season by Jung-Hoo Lee. He's still a part of this club, though, and we need him to come through in the postseason. Luke Leto, whatever you prefer, the number 18 prospect in baseball, came up and got 443 plate appearances and hit 28 home runs and 18 doubles for a 121 WRC plus and 1.9 WAR. The 6th-round pick from 2023. I love when like homegrown players start to creep into and make up a lot of your team. This is a fun one. Luke Leto, thanks for coming out of the University of Kansas. We enjoyed your rookie campaign, and we're looking forward to you continuing this next year. Mac Horvath, who we got in a trade in the offseason, another prospect. He only got 240 plate appearances, 127 WRC plus. With that performance and this defensive versatility you see here, he's got a future in Detroit. Mason Auer, disappointing year from him. Last year he put up the 126 WRC plus. This year just 82. Like I said with Lee, we have a lot of guys pushing for jobs, and guys like Leto and Horvath coming in too. It's going to be hard to keep your job around here long if you put up a whole season like this of just an 82 WRC plus. You can see he was actually really good early. Well, he was really bad in April, right? And then he recovered and was great again through July, and then like August was not good. September was just atrocious, and then October he just got 5 plate appearances. So we'll see what his future holds. Dylan Dingler, 49 WRC plus, just not good enough even if he is good defensively. Tommy Edman came over, and he got 116 plate appearances and just didn't do the thing very well. I'm not sure what his role will be in the postseason now that Goloff is healthy, Albies is hitting, but you know, he was brought in as insurance, and he ended up not really panning out, but he wasn't a disaster. Pitching side of things, pitcher WAR, Alcantara and Dollander led the team with 3.7 WAR. You can see Dollander almost put up another win, though, in our WAR because his ERA was 3.12. Tons of strikeouts. The strikeout-to-walk ratio is great. Not many walks. Really good season from both those guys. Jackson Jobe, the ERA was bad at 4.72, 12% worse than league average. And last year he put up a 2.76 ERA. The FIP was not that much worse, and the Sierra was a lot worse, but his strikeouts were down like 2.3 guys per 9, walked about a half a guy more per 9, and the BABIP was higher. So an uneven season from him. I mean, you know, if you get 3 WAR and 1.3 R WAR from a 24-year-old arm who was 23 most of the season, we're still happy with him. He just didn't like take the leap to like be like, okay, this is a guy who can be a 1 or 2 starter for us. He's a solid like 3 or 4 for us, and maybe he can take that step forward. Devin Williams, he got 45 saves, which I think is second all time in Tiger single season history. Robbie Ray coming over from Tampa, and he put up a 4.65 ERA across 12 starts. Sierra was much better. The long ball was a little bit of a problem. He struck out a bunch of guys. He had some really good runs for us. Where's the game log? So we got him right around here, I want to say. 8-1. Yeah, 8-1. He pitched well, but then he had some rough starts. But then, look at this. 2 runs, 0-0, 1-1, and then he got roughed up again, and then a good start to end the season. So, all in all, he was fine. All in all, he's a reliable arm for us in the postseason. We're happy we have him, but he was not like a stud for us by any stretch. Jalen Beek's ERA did finish above 2, which is a bit stressful. Was going for the 3rd straight season of below 2, but he's at 2.22. Zach Thompson, first year as a starter in the Major League, solid. 140 innings, 4.18 ERA, 4.28 FIP. We'll take it. Montos de Oca put up a solid season in his first full-time duty in the majors with a 2.05 ERA. Andrew Vasquez has been just steady Eddie for us here. Shout out to Union Brewing and their Steady Eddie beer. he's been a steady Eddie for us here across 3 seasons, and this year his ERA 4.88. Last year is at 2.87, but his FIP was really not that bad at 3.41. He was a waiver claim back at the very beginning of the sim, and we've gotten 3 really good and 1 okay seasons out of him. And that's solid. We'll take that. But not the same Andrew Vasquez we've been used to. Former top 100 prospect Wilmer Flores pitched. He ended up turning his season around. He ended up with a 3.95 ERA and a 3.44 FIP in 66 innings. Next, we've got Alex Lang, who is just a good middle relief / setup guy for us at this point and doing his thing with a 3.2 ERA. Ryan Wentz was not a top 100 prospect. He just missed the cut, I think, in his last prospect ranking. But he threw 89 innings and put up a 3.93 ERA and a 4.24 FIP. It seems like with those numbers in that number of innings, his WAR should be a bit higher, but it's not. But a solid season. I think he has inside track at winning a rotation job next year. And he's angry that he doesn't have it. Well, get over it. Brian Abreu, not a very good season from him. A negative WAR, an even R WAR. The Sierra was much lower, so he was victimized by the long ball, a team-high 1.7 home runs per 9. The strikeout-to-walk ratio is still solid. So, that's the Tigers. That's the club. I guess I could show you other guys on the 40-man who contributed or didn't contribute, since you don't see every guy I call up or down. Mallory, beast of a year in AAA. He just really hasn't gotten a shot up with me. I mean, it's probably about time to give him a shot. And a righty outfield bat is certainly something we could use off the bench next year. But just a second excellent season. He is 26 now. We'll see what the future holds. Pellegrin, really good at AAA again, but he still hasn't put it together at the major league level. You can see over the past 2 seasons, he had 241 plate appearances, and his OPS plus is a not so nice 69. WRC plus is 67. Who else? Ornelas and Westberg were not up this year. David Garcia was up, and he hit. I mean, he had an 89 WRC plus, which is pretty decent, way better than Dingler or McGuire gave us. He crushed the ball in AAA, but he just in just 25 games, his framing was almost -4 runs. His zone rating was negative. I don't know if I can hand a starting job to him. Maybe he could be a backup, but I need better from him defensively. And I'm pretty sure that's been his MO in his career. He's not a good framer. His zone rating has been negative plenty of times, so don't love that. Who else do we have? DeJesus did not really pitch up this year. Blue Ball, grow up, did not pitch up this year. Nolan did. He was really good in AAA. He's still got an option. Yeah, he's still got an option year left. He put up a 5.74 ERA in 15 innings. Not a lot of time up with us, but he'll be in the mix. And that's the end of our 40-man. So now we'll get into the postseason. We'll take on the winner of the Guardians and Twins series. So let's get into this MLB 2026 postseason and see if we can advance further than we did last year. It's now time for the ALDS. We will take on the Guardians out of Cleveland, who downed the Twins, the Red Sox versus the Astros in the series that, again, nobody wants anybody to win that series. The Braves take on the Marlins. The Dodgers got past the Reds and will face the Brewers. Let's jump in to the Cleveland Guardians. Let's learn about our opponent, who won 90 games. They were basically first in every pitching category and a solid defense. Their offense was only 9th in the league in runs scored, 13th in slugging. Pretty good batting average and on base, but just no pop, I guess, in those bats. 15th in home runs, 14th in extra base hits. They got off to a great start at 16-10, 18-9 the first 2 months, then 16-12, and then kind of had a bit of a swoon there mid-season, and were all right the rest of the way. But, yeah, this is a team led by their pitching, it would appear. If you look at just WAR, nothing too crazy. Our WAR, nothing too crazy as well. So it seems like just a really good team all around. Daniel Espino is the ace of this staff, I guess you could say. He's led the league in starts the last 2 years. He was a first-round pick in 2019 for the Guardians, and you can see that he made his major league debut here in 2023. He led the league in ERA, FIP minus, and starts this year. He's an ace, But I think we're not going to get him in game 1 because he pitched in the last series. Tristan McKenzie still doing his thing here for the Guardians. A solid season with a 3.44 ERA. Aaron Saval with a 3.96 ERA, and then Hunter Gaddis. But look at these bullpen ERA. Victor Vodnik. Oh, Emmanuel Clase is still here. Caleb Ort. Who's this? Trade with Texas. I don't know this guy. Oh, he's been around a bit. Oh, he's so he's a reliever who's like a journeyman type guy in real life, it looks like. But yeah, these bullpen ERAs are really good. This is a really good pitching staff. The back end of this bullpen is just obscenely good. Lineup side of things, you can see there's basically Jose Ramirez, Steven Kwan, and then some okay dudes. Jose Trevino, 54 WRC plus, but 2.4 WAR, just doing his thing as a defensive catcher, making $13.2 million per year. He had 20.1 runs. So with this framing, he won him like a couple games over the course of his season just with framing. Richie Palacios, shout out. Towson Ugrad had a solid season. George Valera. They've got J.P. Crawford as a glove first shortstop. Jose Siri as a glove first center fielder. This is just a team after my own heart here. Just black holes of offense up the middle of the field, but solid glove work. Hunter Renfroe, I guess, will come off the bench for them. Solid bat. Oh, they have DJ LeMahieu has just had a miserable season. He was a minor league free agent signing, so it looks like he was cut by the Yankees, I guess, and then signed with the Guardians. And for some reason, despite putting up a 67 WRC plus, still got 279 plate appearances. Is he in their starting lineup? Just versus lefties. Okay, so they're platooning him at first base with Palacios at this point, I guess. All right, well, fair enough. On our side of things, the computer did their auto lineup thing, but I actually don't think I like what they did. Yeah, they left Pacheco off. I think I'm going to leave Tommy Edman off the roster, honestly. He's just kind of redundant at this point. So let's go to our playoff roster, take off Edman, and put our guy Isaac Pacheco back on. And so, yeah, he needs to be our backup here at a bunch of positions. So what does that leave our bench as? Is Horvath in the lineup here? He's not. He probably should be. Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's look at, this is versus righties. I mean, Horvath was a 108, but he would go in for maybe Goff, who's really good, Leto, who's really good. I guess I could take, Albies wasn't that great. Albies was much better versus lefties. Maybe he should sit against righties, and we could get, although Pacheco was just as, same dude, like same WRC plus. Maybe we don't need to do that, actually. Yeah, I think this can be our lineup against righties. I think that's fine. Jung-Hoo Lee, a 103 WRC plus, maybe doesn't need to be batting first. Maybe we need to demote him. I don't look at lineups a ton during the season. He 9.9 walk percentage, 9.9. So who's our so he is third in OBP. I kind of want to lead off. Yeah, I kind of want to lead off Lee. I think this is what I want to do. I don't necessarily love the lefty, righty, righty, lefty. I'd kind of rather go lefty, righty, lefty, righty, and then these two lefties here. I don't love that, but I think I want Malloy and Green in the second 2 and 4 holes here. Let's see what our slug says. Yeah, I mean, they were really similar hitters. So I want my best hitters in my 2 and 4 slot, I think. And then, maybe one of them, maybe I should go 1-2 with them and then put like Leto and Goff in the 3-4 hole because they're pretty good slug guys. But I think I'll leave Lee in the leadoff role, even though, I mean, it's really his power that went. He still got on base at a decent clip, third best on the team. So we'll leave him at leadoff. We'll make this our lineup. I don't love having Mac Horvath out of the lineup, but he'll get time against lefties. So let's see what it look like against lefties. Yeah, Horvath is in left field because I benched Parker Meadows against lefties, which I think still makes sense. Let me just double check the numbers here. Yeah, Meadows just a 79 WRC plus. Jung-Hoo Lee should maybe come out of the lineup here against lefties. Like, that's a 55 WRC plus. And Mason Hour, with a 108, I guess he could still play there. So who's on the bench here? Meadows, McGuire, Leto, and Pacheco are both lefty bats, but they actually both crushed lefties, which is interesting. I don't love putting in another lefty into the lineup, but maybe like Pacheco or Leto should be starting over Lee against lefties, I think, actually. I think that's the move here. Let's see, did he get much time in right field this year? He made 9 starts. His zone rating is not good. Lee is a much better fielder. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave it alone, and I'll support fielding first here. But Albies and Horvath were our 2 top guys. So we need to move against lefties. We need to move Albies way up. Switch lefty and then a righty. Yeah, a lot of righties here. Let's move Jung-Hoo Lee down. What did Kevin Made was a 103 guy against lefties? Wow, Malloy was only a 102 against lefties. That's as a righty bat. That's interesting. Man, 3 of our lefty bats just killed lefty pitching this year. That's pretty funny to see. Let's move Hour above him, Hour there. I don't love this cluster of righties here, but we've got lefty bats to come off the bench when we need it. So our bench bats here are Pacheco, Leto as lefties, Meadows as a lefty, McGuire as a lefty. So we don't have any righty bats to come off the bench when left-handed starters are on the mound. So that would be an argument for maybe including Tommy Edman on this roster in place of a pitcher, because we probably don't need 13 pitchers for this series. So if we went 4-man, yeah, I think I could justify like leaving Wilmer Flores off the team. Vasquez I want to leave on as a lefty. I don't want only 2 lefties in my bullpen. I'm going to bump up his pitch count to 95 in the postseason, even though it's like the antithesis of what teams normally do. Yeah, so I think I'm going to take Wilmer Flores off the playoff roster and put on Tommy Edman to give us... That'll give us a bat, like when we have a lefty starter come in, because then you never know what relievers they're going to bring in. It'll give us a bat off the bench who could hit right-handed if we need a pinch hitter later in that game. So we're just going to, let's go Leto, Pacheco. I don't think Auer needs to be there. Oh, he could be a pinch runner. That's fine. So yeah, Edman will just kind of be a bench guy if we need him. All right, so that's the team. We'll kind of do like we did last postseason, where I'll show you some highlights, some clips, and yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like a bandwidth and time thing of like playing out every single game. I do enjoy doing that, but it takes so much time. We would have to shave multiple seasons off the sim if the amount that I sim ahead in this series. Like, I'm hoping to do about 10 seasons. I would not be able to get 10 seasons in if I played out every postseason game and recorded every one. But I am going to be playing out some of them. But I'm going to let my manager do a lot of the managing, and I'll hop in like late in games. I'll show you guys highlights of some series, some games. But that's how the team is shaping up. So hopefully that process was somewhat entertaining to watch. So for those of you who like the more deeper dive stuff, that's how I decided my postseason roster for this series. So we will go take on the Guardians in Detroit. It's going to be a raucous crowd at Comerica. Paul Sporer will be there in my GM box with me. It'll be GM and GM in the GM box. And let's get after it, Cleveland. Or let's get after Cleveland, Detroit. Okay, so you can see we're still here prior to Game 1. I just had out of the park crash and lost a bunch of the postseason. I have autosave sent to once a month. This game doesn't really crash for me. I don't remember, since I started doing videos online, out of the park 21, having a crash, especially one that cost me this much time. So for the postseason that never was, that I had recorded a decent bit of in-game action for, I was in Game 7 of the ALCS. I was in Game 7 of the ALCS against the Astros. And that is a major bummer. I am... it just sucks. It just sucks. Luke Leto he won ALCS MVP. He was on his way to probably winning ALCS MVP, especially if he won the series. He was having a legend of a postseason. I don't remember who was in it over here. But anyways, so, now that I've lost that time of doing all that postseason, probably going to see even less of the in-game action of this postseason on your end. I'm sure we'll probably now flame out in the ALDS. But, we were in the ALCS in Game 7. We were down 2-0 in the top of the first to Houston when the bug hit and the game crashed. I don't know if it's a bug. That's not the right thing to say. But anyways, that sucks. I'm going to, I guess, go record some more or, play out some more games, and hopefully we don't. I just don't want to lose here to Cleveland in this round. We beat them 3-1 in the postseason that never will be. But we will march ahead in the second version of this 2026 postseason and see what we can do. All right, so we made quick work of the Guardians. 3-0. Every other series went the distance, went 5 games. Game 1, we won 4-2. Malloy had a home run. Goff had a home run. 2 hits from Ozzie Albies. Luke Leto, in his follow-up to his postseason that never was, where he won MVP of the series, went 0-for-3 in Game 1. Sandy Alcantara, 5 1/3. He gave up an unearned run. It looked like the error was on him, though, that caused that. Lang, Montos de Oca, and Williams went ahead and closed out from the bullpen. I should note that the roster changes that you saw me make didn't take place for this series because I forgot that those weren't saved and then started the series. So Pacheco is not on the roster, by the way, for this series, but that's okay. We won the next game 2-0. Young Chase Dolander, 6 1/3 shutout innings, 9 Ks. Montos de Oca, Beeks, Williams closed it out. Riley Green hit a home run in the first inning. Goff drove in a run. Luke Leto a 1-for-4 in this alternate universe postseason for him. Kevin Made and Parker Meadows also had 2 hits. And then we crushed them 8-2 in Game 3. Zach Koloff, the MVP, 545 batting average, 615 on base. He went yard 2 times. He drove in 6 runs, and he scored 4 runs. He went 3-for-5 with 4 RBI in this game. Mason Auer pinch hit for Leto at some point in this game in the 6th. Leto went 0-for-2 with 2 Ks. So very different series for him here. No MVP, and he hit 111. Dingler had 2 hits. Ray went 5 1/3, 2 runs, 5 hits, 6 Ks. Beeks pitched 2 1/3, a shutout ball. So we are on to the ALCS. Sorry to the Astros who will not see the ALCS here. Will instead face Boston. Ooh, just burped. Boston went 86-76 to win a weak AL East. Their run differential was plus 78. So, they're 88 win team. We're a 92 win team according to our run differential. So decent team here. First in the AL in runs scored, 15th in runs allowed. Oh, this is a fun team. I love this team already. 14th in zone rating. Yes, this team is fun. Braden Taylor, who was their 14th round pick in 2023, is a total stud for them. Devers, stud. Story, still a stud. Brian Reynolds, you remember we almost traded for him at the deadline last season? I was like, this ain't the same dude. Bounce back year in Boston this year with 4.4 WAR. Oh, Marcelo Mayer is here. He did well. Tristan Casas, Connor Wong. Austin Hayes is in Boston, a minor league free agent signing, and he played pretty all right for him. So then their pitching, which is apparently a disaster. Brady Singer and Ranger Suarez are in the rotation. Who's Cody Stashek? Do I know this guy? Oh, yeah. I know this name, I think. Okay. He's like a reliever. Okay, I think, but he's become a beast in this game, I guess. He's their closer. Oh, Zach Eflin, Eric Lauer in the rotation. Whitlock and Bello are here. We'll get Whitlock in game 1. Yeah, we'll get Whitlock in game 1. Oh, I can't wait to play this team. They're just a bunch of mashers who can't pitch and can't field. Yes, let's do it. Why was their defense so bad? Oh, just like everybody's negative zone rating. Look at their infield. Who's this guy? He only played 80. He only played. Hold on. Oh, they traded for him back then. He played 82 games, 47 starts, and he had a negative 4.6 in 52 games at second base. What a butcher out there. Is he their starting second baseman now? No. Oh, Story is now. Maybe he was hurt for some. I don't know. Anyways, this is a weird team. I love this team. This Red Sox team is fun. I am, happy that I'm playing them in this alternate reality postseason. So let's go see if we can take it to the I was going to say the Bruins. It's the Red Sox. This is baseball, not hockey. Thank you for watching. Let's see what we can do here in the ALCS. Okay, so our backs are against the wall. We're down 3-2 to Boston, but we're going back home to the friendly, very cold confines of Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan. We lost game 7. We lost game 1, 7-2. We gave up 5 runs in the 9th, 5 unearned runs to Devin Williams here. Errors were made by Malloy and Made. Home runs, Dylan Dingler, 2 for 3. Leto, 1 for 4. The next game we bounced back. We won 4-1. We had a gem pitch by, well, I guess it wasn't a gem. We only went 4 1/3, but Chase Dolander. Then Lang, Montos de Oca, and Williams closed it out for us. Home runs by Lee and Goloff. Leto, 0 for 4, 3 Ks down to 118. Hasn't hit a home run, hasn't driven in a run. Next game, we scored 5 in the 11th to win 8-3. Let's start with Luke Leto, 0 for 5, 0.91 average at this point now. Goodness. Home runs in this game from none other than Ozzie Albies and Mr. Malloy. Justin Henry, you might know him by. Robbie Ray went 5 innings, 2 runs. Jalen Beeks blew the save, gave up a run, but we ended up coming back and getting the win with those 5 runs in the top of the 11th. And then Boston won the next 2 games in 10 innings. In this game, we had multi-hit efforts from Malloy, Lee, and Albies. Home run from Albies. Jackson Jobe went 4 1/3. The bullpen wasn't great. Abreu takes the loss. I mean, the bullpen wasn't terrible, but they were asked to pitch a lot of innings. The next game, we lost 6-5 and 10. Malloy went 3 for 3 with 3 RBI. Hit a home run. He had a triple. Goloff and Dingler each had base hit or doubles. Meadows had 3 singles. The loss goes Andrew Vasquez. Blown save to Lang. Alcantara was pretty decent across 5 innings. 3 runs, but only 1 earned. Made apparently made another error. Come on, man. Step it up. You got to do your thing. So now we're going to go into Comerica, our home park, for Game 6 against Boston. Let's take a look at how the lineups are playing out for this game. We're going to face Brady Singer. They're going to face Chase Dolander. And what's the temp? It's 36 degrees, wind blowing in from right at 11. I'm not doing substitutions here. Hey, hopefully... ooh, that's loud. All right, hopefully the game won't crash here. Let's see what happens in the first. We've got a full count coming to Cassis from Dolander here. It's very cold. Umpires have kindly indicated they will let pitchers blow on their hand on the mound. Wow. History is being made. All right, he's way late on that, so he strikes him out. Trevor Story's now up. He's apparently healthy here. 1-2, slow roller, Dolander on it. He's out. We've got 2 down. Here's Taylor, 1-1 pitch. Same draft class as Dolander, right? 2023 first rounder to a fellow 2023 first rounder, and it's a base hit. Now we'll face Devers here. 2-2 pitch. He's down. Called 3rd strike. Let's see if we can get the lead here. Jung-Hoo Lee will lead us off. He's going to go first pitch swinging here against Brady Singer. And that is hit deep to right, but not deep enough. Oh, the wind really knocked that down. All right, next is Malloy. 2-2 pitch to Malloy. And that's smacked decently to center, but he's got it. Jonathan Daza. I love that that's the center fielder of a team in the ALCS. Okay, and now we've got Zach Goloff, our DH, the 2-2. He's down on strikes. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and go to the 6th and see what the score is. All right, so we're up 3-1. Let's take a look at the box score here. See what we're dealing with. Oh, Leto. Our guy Leto. He hit a 0 on 1 out. Oh, at first, okay. First I thought it was opposite, that somebody was on base and he had 1 RBI. That's why I was like, what? So Meadows and Leto have both gone deep in this game. Dolander is through 5, 67 pitches. Singer is out of the game. So we're alive. We're showing life here. Let's go ahead and skip ahead another half inning. It's still 3-1. Let's go to the 8th inning, folks. Ooh, they tied it up 3-3. That's bad. I don't like that at all. What did they do? Oh, Beeks gave up a 2-run homer. Jalen Beeks, come on, man. You're like our dude here, you know? All right, so let's watch some of this game. I am not controlling substitutions, by the way, but he's got this main setup guy in here other than Beeks, and Beeks has already pitched. So here's Christian Montos de Oca. This is a 2-0 pitch, and it's hit to center. That's playable for Parker Meadows. And Trevor Story's now up, the 2-2 pitch. He's down on strikes. Here's Taylor, the 0-1. Grounded to second. Easily playable. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We've got the heart of our order here. Here's Malloy to lead it off against their closer, Stashek, 3-2 pitch. Hit a home run. Come on, do it. Do it. Okay, it's not a home run, but it's a single. Goloff now, another full count. Good. Wear down that closer. Oh. Yeah, he grimaced because he thought it was outside. I thought it was outside too. Wong apparently did a great job framing it. That's brutal. 1-1 pitch here to Green. Oh, hit it sharply, but Haniger's got it. Oh, can Luke Leto be a hero here? Come on. 3 for 31 in the postseason with a home run. 1-2 pitch. And he is going to fly out softly to right. We'll go to the 9th. So we waste Malloy's single, and we've got Williams on the mound. I agree with that decision. Here's an 0-2 to Devers. Bum, bum, bum. Down on strikes. Now here's Brian Reynolds. 2-1 pitch from Williams. Grounded sharply to first. Luke Leto all over it. 0-1 to Meyer. Ooh, base hit to right. Okay. Red Sox are put up a fight here in the top of the 10th. Mitch Haniger now, the 1-2 from Williams. Down on strikes. Nice. Okay, let's go win this game. So we've got Albies, Made, and Meadows up. The 0-1 to Ozzy. Base hit to right. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Made, a 1-0. Oh, grounded in double play. I was about to say, before that pitch, that I'm not a big sack bunt dude. But with a weak hitter up, and you just need 1 run, I might have been bunting there. You know, of course, that sounds great, me saying it in hindsight. But I was thinking, I was like, I don't like bunting, but I kind of like bunting here. Here's Meadows, first pitch of the at-bat. Walk it off, Parker. He's not going to walk it off, but he is going to single to right. It's going to bring up Dylan Dingler. And Tommy Edman is going to come in and pinch hit. I love that move. 2-0 pitch to Edman. Oh, come on. Beat it out, Tommy. Tommy Edman has an infield hit. We've got first and second now with 2 down on the bottom of the 9th. Jung-Hoo Lee is up versus a righty. Stashek is at, I'm surprised he's Stashak, maybe it is, 28 pitches. Lee is 12 for 39 in the postseason. He's 2 for 4 today. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Oh, I think he's got it. Yeah, he hit it sharply to center, but Daza's got it. We'll go to the 10th. Here's Hickey against Williams, the 1-2. Oh, that's a home run. Who just hit a home run? Nathan Hickey? Who is Nathan Hickey? A pinch hitter, the number 8 hitter. He's 26 years old. It's a 5th-round pick of the Red Sox in real life in 2021. And he has had exactly 164 plate appearances with a 71 WRC plus. And he just hit a home run that could end our season. That's super fun. All right, now it's 4-3, 10th inning, and Daza has poked it into right for a base hit. And the Red Sox are saying, we want to tack on more runs. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Casas. That was right over the plate. All right. I don't know why my manager isn't pulling Devin Williams there, but he's not. Should I jump in? Who do we have out there? I mean, our 2 main setup guys have pitched. Honestly, like, if either of them were available, I think I'd jump in and overrule my manager here, but I get it. I'm just going to let him do his thing. Here's Story. It's a 1-2 to Story. He's down on strikes. We need to keep it at 1 run here. Okay, so Abreu is up to face Taylor and Devers, who are lefties? Are you kidding me? Why aren't Thompson or Vasquez in here? I know they're both cold, but you got to go lefty on lefty here. Whatever. All right, first pitch here. Abreu's like our worst reliever, too. Is he going to get a double play? Yeah. Like I said, terrible decision to put him in. It's not going to work out. He's clearly not going to get an inning-ending double play. Cool. So they've got Zach Eflin in now, who is not their closer at all. We've hit him around a bunch in this series. Malloy, Galoff, and Green are up. Let's do our thing. 1-2 to Malloy. Come on, get a base hit on 1-2. You cannot go down here. Good God. Come on, Malloy. You're the franchise. It's an 0-1 to Galoff. Base hit up the middle. That's what I'm talking about. Staying alive here. Trying to force a Game 7. Riley Green. 1-2 to Green. Drop in, drop in. Yep, that's a base hit. That's a base hit. Oh, boy, he's going to third. Okay. So Luke Leto is up now. This is, I don't know. I mean, Alanis Morissette would probably say it's ironic, don't you think? I'm not so sure. But, man, this is something here. Our alternate universe MVP of the postseason is up here in a huge spot to try to force a Game 7. The season is on the line. We've got first and third, 1 down. We need to score a run to continue the series. It's a 3-1 pitch. He swings, and he just hit a walk-off home run. Oh, do you believe in miracles? Because I do. That's really awesome that the guy who got ripped off by the game crashing and then had a terrible postseason just came through in a big moment in which I was actually recording too. Look at how these guys are all like, oh my God, you got screwed by the game crashing. They were really excited jumping around. Here come 3 more guys. They're basically like, dude, the game crash, you got screwed out of an MVP. But, man, look at what you just did. Luke Leto hits 2 home runs in this game, including a walk-off 3-run homer to rally us in the bottom of the 10th. And double dinger game indeed. Whew. All right. So now we are going to Game 7 against Boston. Who's pitching for us? Robbie Ray. Yep. Okay, he's the only fully rested guy. And pitching for Boston is, okay, Brayan. I see you. This is a pretty good pitcher. He pitched in the game we won 8-3, where we scored a bunch of runs in extra innings. So, yeah, let's get after it here. 43 degrees, partly cloudy, wind blowing right to left at 9 miles per hour. Okay, yeah, let's get to it. And I know you guys want to watch the whole game. I know you're going to leave comments saying, why'd you skip ahead? Because it's just what I got to do. So we're going to go to the 6th inning and see what the score is. It's 3-2 Tigers in the 6th. Let's see what's going on here. So Malloy hit a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. Dingler is 2 for 2 with a ribby. Ray is at 65 pitches through 5. Let's see how he does here in the 6th. That is looking like a base hit. Maybe. No. Okay. We've got it. Meadows has it. Here's Tristan Casas. Here's a 1-2. He's down on strikes. Robbie Ray. Trevor Story, the 1-0 pitch. Base hit. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody's upset in the crowd. I can hear them. Here's Taylor, the 1-2. Oh, grounded weakly. Is that going to be an infield hit? Ah, it is an infield hit. Ah. I don't know if I still want Robbie Ray pitching, but my manager does. It's a 1-2 pitch to Devers. And genius idea to leave in Robbie Ray and have him strike out Devers. What managing that was. So Kevin Made here. We're going to skip ahead here. I know. We're going to the 8th inning. And we're up 5-2. Go, go, go. What did we do? What happened? No more home runs or even extra base hits, but we've got a bunch of dudes here with multi-hit games. Montos de Oca looks like is in to pitch the 8th. We're going to skip that inning. We're up 5-2. We're going to go to the 9th. Oh, it's 7-2. All right. Was there a home run in this? Yeah, Malloy went yard. Malloy hit a 2-run homer in the 8th. The crowd went into a frenzy. Let's watch the 9th inning here. Alex Lang is on. Granted, Sharp at second. Playable. Austin Hayes, Orioles legend. Austin Hayes, the 1-1, a base hit. Hayes isn't ready to give up on the season yet. I respect it, Austin. I respect it. Brian Reynolds. All right. So that will get 2 down on the ground out to first. It comes down to Connor Wong. It's a 7-2 Tigers lead, and we've got a 2-2 pitch coming to Wong. Strikes him out. Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Tigers are going to the World Series. That is nice to see after the game crashed on us, and I thought it was going to cost us something. So Malloy won MVP, 393 average, 455 on base, 4 home runs, and 12 RBI, and scored 6 runs. We're going to face the Brewers, who beat the Braves 4-1, so they're waiting for us. They're rested. Their starters are lined up. All right. Finals, baby. What an achievement. All right, let's skip ahead here. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to save the game. That's what we're going to do. And then when will the World Series start? Well, we'll need to go to our schedule for that as it saves. I also need to remember to do my international amateurs this month. Haven't run the practice yet. I think I ran it in the alternate universe, but I'm pretty sure I didn't run it in this one yet. Okay, so we've got a few days off. Oh, that's really nice because that allows us to reset our rotation. And so we're going to wrap the episode here. Our next episode will be the World Series against the Milwaukee Brewers. All of you Alice Cooper fans, you can quote Wayne's World now, much like you did in my Brewers sim. They're a 95-win team. This is a good team. 113 run differential plus 113 was 3rd best in the league, or in the NL, in their league. And so we will take them on. They defeated the Braves 4-1. They beat the Dodgers 3-2. And after coming back from a 3-2 series deficit, we are on to face the Milwaukee Brewers in the World Series for 2026 MLB season. Let's go Tigers. We'll talk to you next time.